Hello YouTube, welcome back to this week's video. This is 2e0ero. So I've picked up a second-hand 2e0ero loop. I'm having a few problems with it. So let me show you the loop and show you what sort of problems I'm having. Okay, so I've gone handheld with a camera and I picked this up at a rally a few weeks back for £60. You wanted £70 for it, but because I saw the crack in there, I offered him 60 and he went, yeah, go on then. Now I got one of these boxes here, which is for tuning it in. Although you can tune it in by hand. I've got another box here, which is another one you can use to tune it in for a motor. Now I've got two motors, the other one's upstairs in the shack, and I've got another spare load of these as well, a few of them as well, which holds the motor in place. Now it doesn't matter what I do, it will not tune in. I can switch it, the top here, I can go in and say go to 20, and the SWR on the, zoom in, there you go, it's on 20. The SWR will not budge on the meter. And one of the comments came in on the actual radio, spoke to a local ham, and he said, are any of these touching? So zoom in on it, any of these touching? So we'll check that, and then I'll plug it into a meter, and we'll check the SWR. So I'll move it about, see if we can get the SWR low, which I don't think we'll be able to, using the SARC 100 antenna analyzer. So we just turn a dial and we'll see if any of these fins, that's what I want to call them, are touching. Now I can't see any of them that are touching. Let's go right around. There you go, none of them seem to be touching. Go back the other way. All seems to be flowing nice and smoothly, but the SWR will not come down. Let's connect it to the antenna analyzer and I'll show you. Okay, so to just test the analyzer, I've plugged in my dummy loads. Let's zoom in on the analyzer screen. And there we go. You can see there we've got an SWR, that's better, of SWR of 1. Perfect, so the meter's working. Let's plug in the cable for the aero loop. And zoom in. Zoom in. You see there we've got an SWR of around 10. Now it doesn't matter what I do, whether I turn it left or right, the dial, the SWR doesn't even come down. So let me just show you that. So at the moment it's on 17. Go around to 17. Yeah, it's not even budging. So go right round, let's go around to 20. It should be coming down, but it's not coming down. It's around 20, you can go right the way round. The SWR is not even budging one bit on this loop. So what do you reckon it could be? Have I got something missing from the loop, or is there another problem? Let's check it with a DVM. Okay, so we've got the multimeter in continuity and it should beep. There you go, it's beeping. Let's give it a test. So what I'll do, I'll test it on the outer part of the coax and the inner part of the coax against this loop here. So I'm going to touch one on here, probes, and touch one on here. Beep him. Let's try it this way. And it's beeping. If I touch here and touch there, it's still going to beep. Now does that indicate there's a short, or should that be like that? I've never done a loop before. Now on the bottom here there are some more white cables and we can test them as well by using the continuity. So let's test this one first. Touch that one to there. And we test this one here, so we push it, probe it to back and test it here. Again, both beeping, so it indicates, to me that indicates these cables are absolutely fine. Now should this one here be beeping when I touch it on the inner and outer part of this coax. Right, so there we go, that's it, the 2e0ero loop that I picked up at the local amateur radio rally. Don't have much luck with loops really, am I? Bought one the other month to play around with on the channel, and couldn't get the SWR low enough on that one, although I will try fresh suggestions. And this one, I can't even get the SWR to budge, the meter just sits there on 10. So I know the meter's good because I plugged in a dummy load. Now if you've got one of these 2e0ero loops and you've had a similar sort of problem, what did you do to fix it? The only thing I can think of at the moment, what I'm going to try is changing the coax. I'm not sure if that's going to do any good. And if I disconnect one part of the coax going to that copper loop, the short seems to disappear. Now should there be a short there, the thing I can do is change the coax and see if the short comes back with a new piece of coax. I've got some coax lined up in the shack I can play around with. Just got to put 2 connections on there, solder it on, and screw the connections on, and give it another test. But yeah, if you had problems with the antenna and you fixed it, post it in the comments below, because I was hoping to try this out and about, or take it up to the shack, put it onto a table and see if I can work some DX from with it being inside. I have got the pole mount and I was going to fix it up by putting some glue on it and stuff and a bit of tape around it, but I'm not going to put it onto a pole until I can get the SWR low enough to make it even usable. It'd be nice to even get contact of this thing. Anyhow, found this video of some use. You know what to do, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, yeah, that other button seems to work too. And if you can think of anything else I can try with this loop, post in the comments below. But as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. This is 2e0, IQJ 73 for now.